Well, obviously, we're excited about bringing our first recruiting class. It is a really large class, 15 student athletes. It's the largest class that I've ever recruited. I think they give us, from top to bottom, a great deal of experience. Obviously, we're filling a lot of needs. We've recruited, goalkeepers, defenders, midfielders, forwards. So it makes our team more competitive right away by the sheer numbers, but also by the quality of the players that we've brought in. It's a great question. I think we had 23 players on our roster last year, and you pick up an injury or two, and it inhibits your ability to do bigger picture things like play 11v11 or work on your team shape. Having a bigger squad, we're going to be 28 to 30 players. That's going to allow us to do more in terms of shape, big picture stuff, playing 11v11 consistently. And then obviously I think the most important factor is just the competitive level will increase every single day in training. You're going to have 6 or 8 players vying to get on the field trying to play, 3 or 4 positions. And, competition makes everyone better. I think it's going to create a great deal of depth for us. It's going to allow us to be more flexible in case we have an injury, not have to move players from one position to another, but be able to bring in a player who plays midfield or plays up front or plays defender and bring them in and give them an opportunity to show us what they can do. And then I think for me the most important thing is always how it affects training. And we just feel like there's going to be so little difference between so many of the players. It's going to be about the intangibles, who's working harder, who's playing well at the time. And it's just a much better environment to grow and to train in on a daily basis. Yeah, it's always fun. It is an interesting dynamic to bring in your first recruiting class, as you say. I think first and foremost, the players who are here right now, we're having a great spring, and we feel like the transition has been really smooth to begin with. There's been a great deal of acceptance on our style, the method of coaching. So I think the new players coming in are going to add to that. What we tried to do was just focus on the things that were important to us, obviously finding technical players who have a high soccer IQ. Speed was a critical component for us, but the most important factor for us was character and who these kids are as people, and their desire and ability to compete on a daily basis. I think it's gonna make everyone better, and I think that's the biggest thing about this recruiting class, is that I think they're going to push the current players to be better every single day. Yeah, and I think I told you this. I said signing day and preseason are my 2 favorite days. In the college soccer year, that first day of preseason is really exciting, and you're really jazzed up and geared for it. And then signing day, because it's a culmination of really about a year and a half of work. I was hired in April, and we, had a couple of commitments, and we've just been slowly, been able to, find some really, really good players, and to get them from all over the country. I think we're becoming so much more nationally known, Stetson is, and of 15 kids to have 11 from outside the state of Florida, I think speaks to the national scope that we want to recruit at. Our appeal to people outside of Florida, and then also just our contacts in the club game, our ability to get out and recruit and go to critical events all across the country. So that's been very exciting and a lot of fun. There's been very little pressure because we've just been able to do it on our basis. We haven't been rushed. We've actually gone after the kids that we really wanted to pursue, who fit our style and who fit what we were looking for in terms of personality traits and qualities.